This is E-Commerce Uncensored. Brought to you by Fast Forward Unlimited. We're coming to you fully loaded and exposed with all the strategies and techniques for growing your e-commerce business.
Hey everyone, and thanks for joining us on another episode of E-Commerce Uncensored. This is episode number 96. My name is Kevin Manel.
And I'm Jason Caruso.
And I'm Paul Chu.
You know, I'm getting pretty fluid with that
intro. You like that, huh?
Nailing it every time now.
Yeah, good job.
You're a
Like
pro.
flows.
I'm glad it only took you 100 episodes. So today we're going to talk about some it's Black Friday, Cyber Monday. It's coming up big time for e-commerce companies like you guys. And we're going to just talk about some quick things. We wanted to get this last podcast in before Thanksgiving.
In the spirit of the holiday, Jason, why don't you tell everybody why and how you're so thankful of having me around? Go ahead.
Crickets.
When I figure that out, I'll let everybody know how thankful I am.
I know you're thankful.
But in the meantime, we're gonna just talk about some quick things that you guys can do, because you should really, this time of year, you should be really, really excited that you have a week or more as an excuse to annoy your customers.
Yeah.
That's basically what you should think about this week.
And they're waiting for it. They want it.
They want, right. And Black Friday, Cyber Monday is a big time for people to, buy things. That dopamine's going and they're ready to spend. So you have to be in front of them. And so today we're going to talk about some things you can do, some strategies, some quick things you can do. But before we do, if you're not using Klaviyo as your email platform, some of these things that we talk about, you're not going to be able to do. And that's a shame, because, the tools that you're using should be making your life easier, should be automating processes that, help you make money. And that's what Klaviyo does, right? You don't want to think about, in the old days, we used to have to set up an email on Friday, set up another one on Monday or Wednesday or Thursday or whatever. But in Klaviyo and, other platforms that do automation, you could just set that up and set it and forget it. So if you're not using Klaviyo, it's a little bit too late, I think, for you to implement a strategy for Black Friday, Cyber Monday. But if you're not using Klaviyo, you need to literally stop what you're doing and go sign up. And if you use our special link, we would appreciate it because we get credit for it. We don't,
just because Cyber Monday and all that stuff's going to be over, we still got the holiday season coming up.
Right, the holiday season, right. So if you go to ecommerceuncensored.com/email, it will redirect you to Klaviyo's website. We'd appreciate it. They would give us credit for you guys using our link. We do have a Facebook group, ecommerceuncensored.com/Facebook, that will redirect you to our Facebook group. And so, yeah, that's it for the announcements. Let's get right into sort of some things you could start doing. Now, you guys all know that, and this is something that Kevin had to learn, because
You're gonna learn today.
What is this going to be, Paul? I can't even imagine.
When the first year I was here and I wanted to start Black Friday, Cyber Monday a week early, you gave me some pushback. You're like, I don't know.
Well, it wasn't. It was a relatively new thing. I mean, a couple years ago, people weren't even doing Black Friday online. That just started to be a really huge thing, within the last couple years, really.
Yeah. So, I mean, this really is Black Friday, Cyber Monday week, and it's just another excuse to start pounding your email list.
Yeah, and it really has become, Monday to Monday, and then even potentially after that kind of sale promotional week.
Yeah, and so Kev, what do you got on that list over there? Things that you want to?
Well, the first thing is, and it's something that we're doing with our clients, is bringing in a pre-Black Friday promotion. So you're pulling on that emotion, even though it may be a similar offer, the same offer you're going to be doing on Black Friday. Leave it open as here's an early entry into our.
You skip that part, right? Make the email list feel special.
Yeah.
Right. So pre-Black Friday, Cyber Monday offer to only your email subscribers. So you don't put it on your website, none of your marketing. It's just for email people. Now, today or yesterday or Monday or Tuesday is a really good time for that. But I think that's exactly right, Kevin. You want to open it up and make people feel special. Remember, you have to give people a reason to buy from you, right? Like people don't just buy and they're like, I'm going to just go buy. But if you say like, look, it's Labor Day. Look, it's Cyber Monday, Black Friday, whatever. Or, join my email list and become one of the thousands of, our family. You give people a reason to do something.
Well, I think it's like the biggest thing of email is like pulling on people's emotions. It's like you're sending somebody email on your email list and you're saying this is only for you. And this is limited to you. And make sure you say that. Like the email that we're going to be sending out later on today for one of our clients is going to say for email subscribers only.
Right.
Early access. Makes them feel special. It also like keeps them wanting to be on your list instead of unsubscribing or doing anything like that. And it's just that added emotion that you can tie in with the email.
Right, because people buy with their emotions.
Right.
That's how they buy. So that's a good one. Now we recommend opening up the sale somewhere around Monday, the Monday before Black Friday. But you can obviously do it whenever you feel like you want to.
With the pre-sale, do you guys recommend people or shop owners create a totally different offer that's for like their VIP people, or is it just more the same offer? Just like
So I guess Kevin just read that about changing the offers up, and I think if you have the flexibility, you can do it. Like give a deeper discount. The only thing that I don't agree with that is number one, not everybody sees the offer. Right. So if you only get 15 or 20% of the people that open up the email, that second email with a different subject line, if that catches somebody, but it didn't catch them the first time, it's so.
Yeah, I think if you have like you said, if you have the flexibility of making these other offers, I think it just adds, just a little more of a level of authenticity to, giving someone a special offer.
The problem is that if you do that, and then someone who's opened that, let's say the deep discount, doesn't buy, and then you send them a next one saying that other discount is over, they may be like, I missed the real deal. I don't like.
Right.
I'm not going to do the big deal, so now why am I going to do this? But then the other side of it is like maybe they're like, oh man, I can't miss this one because then I'm going to miss the next one. Look, I think that there's a lot of different ways to do it, and you probably would have to test to see what works best for your audience. I personally I try to make these things as easy as possible, because when it comes down to it, I don't feel like people really read the email. It's like, oh, hey, this is from Fast Forward or e-commerce uncensored, whatever. 50% off. What product is it? Good. I want it. Boom, done. Right? It's not like this. Let me make sure. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree. I don't think they think about it that much. Like just by sending an email with a subject line that makes them feel special, or a message inside that making them feel special, no matter what the offer is, they're going to get that kind of feeling that they're getting something unique, even though it might be the same. And the next thing, speaking of subject lines, is something we talk about all the time, is how much higher open rates will be if you don't put the actual offer in the subject line.
Yeah, and that's a good point, because when we talk to our clients, right, everybody wants to be a marketing expert, right? And everybody reads something, or their cousin told them, or their uncle or their aunt, or we hear this all day, right? And people will read something like what you just said. Don't put the offer in the subject line. But it's really more understanding the context. For example, if you have 90% off something, it should be in the subject line, right? 90% is going to make you buy, okay? If you're doing 10%, it's not going to push you to buy, right? Okay. So you have to understand the context. For example, putting Black Friday in the subject line is a good thing because people are expecting Black Friday emails and they want to see the offers. They tie that in, right? So I think it's, number one, understanding the context of it and knowing when you can use the offer in the subject line and when you shouldn't, right? Like when the offer is so good that you want everybody to see it, then it goes in the subject line.
Well, I think you could do both. I think it's a great idea to use both. Send one out that has, a more curiosity-based subject, and then try one with the offer right up front and see which one works better. Do a little bit of a split test because your audience may be a little bit differently. And
your product has different price points. I mean, 90% off a $2 product is like, whatever. But if you're giving away a car, maybe that'll, I'll pay more attention to.
Well, that's a good point. The percentage off in this article too that I read this morning, it also talks about using percentages off as opposed to anything else. And I think it ties into like making it easy. Like for instance, like I read an example of, $25 off an order of 50 or more. Instead of doing that, do a 50% off. It just sounds better, even though the two offers I just said are exactly the same. You're getting $25 off no matter what, but 50% off, it just ties in with people better. I think they connect with it better.
Yeah, and one other thing that we don't have on that piece of paper that you're reading that I want to bring up, because the other day I was shopping for a golf launch monitor. And I wanted to put it in the studio here. And
I got a call about it the other day.
Yeah, you got a call about it the other day. And, there are a couple out there that are $15,000, $25,000, but I found one for like $2,000, right? And we actually were just doing this for one of our clients. Like, you have to make, and it's so funny. It's still not interest, but it's so crazy how people don't go through the buying process on their website. Like, I wanted to like put this freaking thing in a shopping cart, and I couldn't do it. It was like, click here for the deals. Okay, now click here and see what other things you should buy with it, and then click here, and then we're gonna give. Like, dude, I just want to put the stupid thing in the cart. And we just did this with one of our clients, the landing page for the email. You have to make it easy for your audience or your email, your customers to get the hell out.
Yeah. When we created this landing page and we were struggling, we were going back and forth about how we were actually going to do it. We had little thumbnails of the products with, the deal right on the little thumbnail. And instead of like clicking the thumbnail and going to the product page, we decided that when you click on that image, you know what? That's it. You're getting it. It's going in your cart and you're going to be directed right to the cart where you can buy. When there's no barrier, you're not going to the product page and reading more about it. It's like, okay, you're making a commitment at that point.
Yeah, and you want to make it I mean, like, how frustrating is it? Like, people, I think what happens is our clients and you guys who are listening fall in love with your website. And you think people, like, just want to hang out. And like, yeah, like, this is great, man. I love... Dude, they want to come there, buy shit, and leave. They're not like contemplating like how great the web. Oh, let me go here. Let me go check out this way. Like, that's not how people just want to get what they get and they want to go. And you have to make it like, and I had this conversation with one of our clients because she's like, she wants to learn marketing. And I had to tell her like, look, I can't like teach you like what we know because then I'm going to put us out of business. Like, but so she's like, I'm like, because she's like, oh, yeah, bounce rate. I'm like, oh, man, here we go again. Bounce rate. Like, bounce rate. I mean, okay. Well, what the hell does bounce rate mean? Oh, I don't understand why it's 90%. Well, how about there's no links on the landing page, right? Like, they can't go anywhere else. They either have to do what we want them to do or they have to leave. So if I'm sending 1 million people to a freaking landing page and 3% of them buy, 97% are going to friggin' leave,
yeah.
Right?
They're just going to hang out. Buy or get out.
Right. So it's just so amazing to me how people, and you guys listening, don't get hung up on things. Things change so fast. Google used that bounce thing just to give you an idea as to if your stuff is relevant or not. Is there an issue on the website? Like, is the website down? Use the bounce rate for that. Don't use it like it means nothing.
I think it would probably be more of like for a blog site. Like if you have a site that like has recipes on it, yeah, you want people to hang out, you want people to look at, or if you're like have ads on your website,
right.
That's how you're generating revenue.
Right.
If you have a high bounce rate, then people aren't going to hang out and click on your ad. Or actually, that's another thing. Like maybe they are clicking on ads and they're getting off your website.
Exactly.
They're doing exactly what you want them to do.
So I just wanted to bring that up. Just understand what you're doing. Understand that you want these people to click an email, buy your product, and leave. Mm-hmm. That's it.
Yeah.
Right? So make it easy. Think through it. Kevin and I were just doing this landing page, and we were thinking through the process. Like, okay, I click the email, I come to this page. Like, why take them off the offer page, right? Like, that's the other thing. Like, make all your links open up to new tabs, right? Like, don't change that offer page. Leave it there. Somebody clicks something, it opens up in a new tab. Unless they're adding something to a cart. Other than that, all your links should make them open 100 tabs, because then they got to go back and click every one of them closed.
Yeah, and the more steps and more clicks you make someone have to do, right, the higher chance that they're just going to abandon the entire sale, as opposed to what you just said with what we did with the client. The click goes right to the shopping cart.
Exactly.
Think about it. It's crazy to think about it, but we have our client is doing buy 2, get 1 free. So if we send traffic to the product page after they see the offer, they go to the product page, then they have to think like, okay, I have to put 2 in my cart to get my free product. You've already put something in front of them to confuse them, to make them second guess themselves. And why do that? When you click the button, add 2 to your cart, get it free, go check out. That's it.
Yeah, and remember, when you're selling to people for Black Fridays and Cyber Monday, they're buying for the offer, right? So when they go to your sales page, it's very unlikely that they're going to do research. Like they're not going to just like in this case, try another product because they saw it, Obviously, if there's like a real deep discount and they wanted to try the product, and I'll do that. Like if I want to buy something and the product isn't worth what the cost of that they're selling it, it's just not worth it to me. But they give me like 50% off, then I'll change my buying pattern. I'm like, okay, at 50% off, it's worth it for me to buy, right? So in those cases, fine. But like in this case where they're selling ingestibles or like supplements, it's like, if I don't have a problem with this other thing, I'm not going to just go research it and buy it, right? So, people are buying for the deals. People want the deals. Chances are they're not going to do any research. And if they are going to do research, they will take the extra step and click the learn more button.
Yeah, right. You can still leave that available for them to learn more. But yeah, so this is good. I mean, these are a couple things that, you guys can do last minute. We came on, we were like, so how can we, it's Tuesday. We're recording on Tuesday. We'll probably release this the day before Thanksgiving. Right. But we were like, how can we, talk about stuff that, might be already in place. So
yeah, and they can use this stuff. I mean, you don't need any time for this. On Friday, if you haven't already did your pre-Black Friday sale, and even if you did, just use this for Black Friday, Cyber Monday. One other thing, Kevin, I don't know if you're going to bring this up, but I just want to do it before I forget. We always do on Tuesday, the day after Cyber Monday, we always do an extended, right? Like anyone who's missed it, because not everybody looks through their email, right? Anybody who's missed it, you have one more day.
Well, that's becoming a big thing, too. I'm looking at these numbers here. So the day after Cyber Monday, sale extended is getting a big open rate, unusual, like a 16% open rate, which is really good. But the conversion rates are low. So you got to make sure, I think, that your offer is still good at that point. It's not worn out. So maybe try something a little bit new to extend it, make them feel even more special.
I'm going to give you guys a hack that I don't think
exclusive.
Well, I don't think anybody does this, honestly. But I right now at our agency, we have a few big e-commerce companies. But when I was doing e-commerce full-time, like my full-time job was e-commerce, this is where I learned this trick. People always believe that they only can use the coupon once. Now, I want them to use it as many times as they can. So I'll always put in the email, like, unlimited coupon use only. Or unlimited coupon use. No limits on coupons. Something like that. Like, you can use the coupon even if you've purchased already. Right? Because, like, you don't want people to think they only can use it once. And what if they bought 5 widgets and then on the pre-sale and they realize they want another 5 widgets? You don't want them to think that they can't do it again with the coupon. Mm-hmm. So I always put that in there.
Yeah, that's a good point, Paul. We were talking about Paul's going to be doing the creative. We're going to finish up the creative for a couple of our clients, doing the last minute Cyber Monday stuff, and we should definitely
we'll have to
probably
include
keep that in there.
Yeah.
Now that we
a
didn't
good
talk
idea.
about that earlier.
Yeah. So what else you got in there?
Free shipping. Even though I feel like free shipping is just like a standard nowadays.
Yeah, now it's
so
kinda standard.
like if you go to a website and it doesn't have free shipping, you're like, what the hell is this? Like, what's the deal? Because you have the Amazon to compete with. That's always Prime. But even without that, free shipping it's weird not to have free shipping.
Yeah.
But if you do have free shipping like normal, it's not like necessarily a special offer to get it on Black Friday. Why not include it?
Black Friday, is that another day?
Black Friday.
I'm coming out with a new day.
Black.
Black Friday.
Hello.
So I mean, even if you do have free shipping on a regular basis, why not add it into the creative? Put it in the messaging, because it will is just another message you can send out to people that, hey, it's here, it's free.
What else you
Take
got on
it.
there? We got a lot of work to do.
Yeah, I know. Scarcity, urgency. We always talk about
Always.
it.
End date on everything, which we had the conversation today.
Yeah.
End date on everything. Let them know that if they don't buy by a certain time, they're going to lose the offer. Scarcity, that's something you can work out on your own. Like, I always like to use scarcity, but for an offer like this, I want to try to get as much as I can, and I don't usually limit these kind of offers. But I do.
FOMO. Fear of missing out.
Yes.
Always good.
Right.
Countdown timers in the email creative.
Oh, those get me every time.
Do they?
If it's like a half hour left, I'm like, I got to get the card and put the numbers in. I want this deal.
Yeah. So
Yeah, man, I think that's
it.
I mean, I think that's pretty much it for this one.
All right,
I mean,
yeah,
and I
so-
think a few last minute things that you guys can take advantage of to kind of optimize your
Optimize, dude. You are coming up.
Black Friday.
Did I not say it right? Optimize.
Optimize.
Anyway.
You're coming up with a whole
You're
new
annoying,
language here.
man.
Hey, look, guys. If you have a store that's selling English, do not listen to Kevin.
All right. Well, before we go, I just wanted to say, in the spirit of the holiday, thank you guys for listening.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's like growing. Like this podcast is growing, and it's crazy to see, like the downloads,
Yeah.
like how they keep going up. It's amazing.
And people joining our Facebook group. It's great.
Yeah.
So,
All right.
Calavio, once again.
Yeah. ecommerceuncensored.com/email. That'll take you to Clavio. You have to do it. You got to do it. Just stop what you're
The
doing.
best automation.
I know you guys like
email
listening to
software.
me, but just stop it right now and sign up.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
All right.
Pause your phone.
And the other
Go
thing
do it
is
right now.
ecommerceuncensored.com/Facebook.
You got
Yeah.
those down.
You like that, right?
Yeah.
So,
All right, guys.
all right, this has been episode number 96. Thank you guys so much for listening. You can always check us out at ecommerceuncensored.com, and we'll talk to you guys real soon.
Later.
See ya.
Bye-bye.